Hey, how you doing there, my dear friends? It's Dan. I'm live in beautiful, beautiful, lush, tropical Oak Lawn. Well, it feels tropical in Oak Lawn, Illinois today. Actually, that it does feel that way. So good to see you. Oh, man, what a treat it is to get together every now and then and think about some interesting little tidbits of life. Here, we human beings, we're an interesting group, us human beings, aren't we? We human beings want so badly. We want to believe that there's something more, like something more than just 70 or 80 or 90 years of life in the here and now, and then we die and it's all over and the light goes out and that's it. We want to believe that there's something more, and this is a very powerful desire. This desire for something beyond this life. I was reminded how powerful this is when I read a while ago, a few years ago, I read that nearly half of the people who describe themselves as atheist or agnostic believe in life after death and some kind of heaven or hell. That's interesting, isn't it? Here, let me say that again. Almost half of the people who are atheist or agnostic believe in an afterlife. I mean, do you understand? The belief in an afterlife is actually fairly inconsistent for a person who's atheist. It doesn't really go along with that worldview, at least as it's traditionally understood by most people. But again, what I'm suggesting is that helps us to see how powerful this desire is. C.S. Lewis wrote a great thought about this one time. I want to read this to you. I'm going to read it because I want to get it exactly the way he says it so much better than any of the rest of us could. So let me read it exactly how he wrote it. Quote, "If I find in myself desires which nothing in this world can satisfy, the only logical explanation is that I was made for another world." End of quote. This desire for something more, for something which cannot be totally satisfied in this world, something beyond this life, is very significant. The fact that it's such a universal desire. I mean, it's even shared by people whose worldview really doesn't necessarily accommodate such a belief. This is very profound. It tells us how profound this belief is. You know, Jesus taught that there is an afterlife. Yeah, he tells us that this is not just like a fairy tale or some kind of hyped up wishful thinking for weak people who are unwilling, just can't bring themselves to face the harsh realities of life. This is for real, this afterlife. There is something beyond this time we have here in this mortal coil. And he assures us that this life, this fuller life, this afterlife, this eternal life is found in him. Have you ever considered that? In the Bible, in the book of 1 John, chapter 5, it says this: God has given us eternal life, and this life is in his Son. Look into that.